Let's take a look at these data centers, guys. This is Satan's greatest asset that he has ever had on this planet. This is the fourth and final kingdom that the Bible talks about. Once this is up and running everywhere, like once they're done with this and they put their flock cameras everywhere and they put automatic shutoffs in your car, which is mandatory in 2027, and they track and trace everything you do and everything you buy, it's over. This is the fourth and final kingdom. There will be no more voting for U.S. presidents because Trump is the seventh king of Revelation 17, verse 10, and there is no eighth king. There's seven kings, and then you read a couple verses beyond that, and then there's the new system. The new system is a world system. Ever heard of the term New World Order? Well, that's real. That's happening. And the Bible predicted this. So you can either say that the Bible is real or the people, behind the scenes are making the Bible come real. It doesn't matter what you say. If you know the Bible, you know that it's coming real. You know that all these prophecies are coming real. The prophecy of Israel becoming a nation again after thousands of years came true. When Jesus Christ died, we ended the sacrificial system worldwide. And we've come a long way since then, 2026 years. And now this is where we're at. They're building data centers everywhere. And they don't even need to be everywhere. They just need to be huge and they need to be guarded like military fortresses. Because that's Satan's greatest asset right there. These control everything. These even control the decision of who gets to live and who doesn't. Because they used artificial intelligence just recently in the Iran war to target and to take out. And if you think that's not going to happen on the homeland because you're an American and like we all love each other and the government loves us, like if you think that, you're crazy. So there's nothing you can do about this. There's nothing you can do about this. These places are fortresses, absolute fortresses. And they're built this way because they know that eventually the people are going to be in an uproar. They're going to be outraged. When your car won't start because you just are having a bad day and the thing looks like you're not fit to drive, the camera looking at you says that you look upset and tired so that you're not safe to drive, and then you can't go to work that day and you lose your job. Like, this is going to happen to like millions of people, and people are going to be in an uproar. But nobody cares. The government doesn't care about you. Everybody everywhere has voted against all these projects. It doesn't matter. You speak up at a town hall meeting, you're going to get arrested or kicked out. This guy that I watch, Wasteland by Wednesday, he went there with his drone to get some footage of it, and which you're allowed to do. And his drone is registered. And within a half an hour of him posting his video on YouTube, 4 Las Vegas police officers at his home. Now he wasn't there, but he got the whole thing on camera. They knew exactly, right away they were there. You don't get a response like that for anything. But look at these places. Absolute fortresses, full of military technology and hardware. This is not so you can make videos on YouTube. This is not, so your Chat GPT will work. This is so artificial intelligence can run free and build and do what it wants. It's its own playground. This is an artificial intelligence playground, is what they're calling it. And they don't even, the people that invented this stuff don't even truly understand how it works. And there's a race to do this worldwide. So I'll keep this video short. I just wanted to go over some of the basics and show you guys that this is all in the Bible. I was going to read Zechariah 5. Might as well. It's only 11 verses because this is about cell phones, wireless communication, digital money, tracking and tracing. So let's read it. Zechariah chapter 5. Then I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. So in the vision, Zechariah is seeing something in the air that's flying, and it looks like a roll. And he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof is 10 cubits. So he's giving you dimensions. You don't need to worry about how big a cubit is. It's 10 by 20. It's 2 by 1. It's the shape of a cell phone. Then said he unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For every one that stealeth shall be cut off, as on this side according to it, and every one that sweareth shall be cut off, as on that side according to it. And we know from the New Testament that in the Old Testament, all liars and thieves will not inherit the kingdom of heaven. Unrighteousness will not inherit righteousness. Okay. So you have to cut all that off while you're still alive and decide to change and follow Christ. Because he's the only one that can save you. His blood. So let me see. Yeah, verse 4. I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name. So that's the liars and the thieves. And it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof. So that's the foundation. So the house is going to get consumed by the foundation. And then the angel that talked with me went forth and said unto me, Lift up thine eyes, and see what is that goeth forth. And I said, What is it? And he said, This is an ephah that goeth forth. He said, Moreover, this is a resemblance throughout the whole earth, throughout all the earth. So these things that are 2 by 1, they look the same everywhere on the earth. I'm willing to bet this is a cell phone, especially because it's called a flying roll. Wireless would be flying. Roll would be information. They used to write biblical stuff on rolls that you would have to unroll and read rather than books because they didn't have books yet. Where was I? 7. And behold, it was lifted up a talent of lead. So, money. And this is a woman that sitteth in the midst of the ephah. And he said, This is wickedness. And he cast it into the midst of the ephah. So the angel said, This is wickedness. And he cast the lead into the midst of the ephah, and cast the weight of lead upon the mouth thereof. Then lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, there came out 2 women, and the wind was in their wings, for they had wings like the wings of a stork. Kind of look like those cell phone towers. And they lifted up the ephah between the earth and the heaven. Kind of like the cell phone towers. They lifted up the flying roll. They lifted up the wireless communication above all the rooftops. Verse 10, Then I said to the angel that talked with me, Whither do these bear the ephah? And he said unto me, 11, To build it a house in the land of Shinar, and it shall be established and set there upon her own days. So this wicked system that's being set up, according to Zechariah's vision, is being set up in the land of Shinar to be established and set there upon her own base. So this is going to be used against us, not for us. This is not to help us. None of this is for us. All this is for surveillance. All this is for targeting and whatever other crazy stuff plans they have for AI and whatever AI has planned for itself before God steps in. But there might be a good 7 to 14 years of the devil getting his kingdom. Read the book of Revelation. Evil gets its rule. It gets its rule. It gets its time, and then it's extinguished, and good wins in the end. So let's keep this short. Love you guys. I'm gonna stop this thing.